This morning's shir, I would like to speak about Havdalah for somebody that needs to make Havdalah on TISHA BeAV. Somebody's going to eat. Now, of course, a very clear disclaimer, this is not about if someone could eat when they need to eat on TISHA BeAV or not. Somebody should speak to a Rav, consult. If somebody's going to be eating on TISHA BeAV, how to go about with Havdalah. Now, just to recap the previous shir that's relevant to everybody, on a regular Matzah Shabbos, there are two Havdalahs. These Havdalah that you say Atachon Atanu by davening, that's Havdalah B'Tvilah. And then there's Havdalah al Hakois that has four parts: Hagafen, Besamim, Boire Mo'irei Ha'esh, and the Birchas HaMavdal. Every Matzah Shabbos, two Havdalahs, B'Tvilah, Atachon Atanu, and al Hakois. This Matzah Shabbos, for everybody, davening, if you daven Ma'ariv, Atachon Atanu, you say Havdalah B'Tvilah. The Chelik Havdalah ala Kais, we are not going to do Motzei Shabbos. Besamim, we are not going to do at all. Boire Mo'ire Eish, you do Motzei Shabbos. Agav, Boire Mina Besamim Mo'ire Eish is only relevant Motzei Shabbos. So Besamim we're not going to do at all. Boire Mo'ire Ha'eish, Motzei Shabbos. Exactly when you can listen to the previous year. Hagafen and Hamavdal, that Havdalah is done Matzoi TISHA BeAV Sunday night. That was just a quick recap of the previous year for everybody how to break up the Havdalah this Matzoi Shabbos and Sunday night. I would like to focus on people that are going to need to eat on TISHA BeAV. A man, a lady, children. How do you go about with Havdalah? Obviously, the Atachon Atanu, everybody, you daven, you say it by Ma'ariv. And if you don't daven, you're not davening Ma'ariv, you have to say Baruch HaMavdal to do Malacha. What's the shaila about the Havdalah ala Kais? The Shari Tshuva says that somebody that's going to eat on TISHA BeAV should make Havdalah before he eats. He should make Havdalah before he eats. There's a machlokes haposkim when to make that Havdalah. When should you make that Havdalah? Should you make the Havdalah Matzoi Shabbos regardless of when you eat? Even if you're going to eat Sunday afternoon, you know you're going to have to eat. The doctor said you must eat, but you don't have to eat Matzah Shabbos. You can eat 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Should you make the Havdalah right away Matzoi Shabbos? The Minchas Yitzchak says it's meduyik that maybe you should do it right away. The Kaf HaChaim says no, whatever you're going to eat, that's when you should make Havdalah. If you make the Havdalah right away, obviously it's going to be Hagafen, Boire Mo'ire Ha'esh, and Hamavdal. If you're going to make the Havdalah Sunday afternoon, it's only Hagafen and Hamavdal. It's a machlokes. Another thing, if you make the Havdalah by night and you're only going to eat the next day, so you're not going to drink the kais, so you should give the kais of Havdalah to a tinuk. L'maitza legabi this machlokes, the Shmir Shabbos Kilchase is machriya to make the Havdalah when you eat. This is the, let's call it the simple pashat, a person that's eating, you make Havdalah. You make Havdalah pashtus before you eat whenever it is. What's about ladies that have to eat? There are 3 shitas what they should do. One shita is a lady that needs to eat, she should make Havdalah. Just like we spoke till now, somebody that needs to eat, you make Havdalah. The lady should make Havdalah. Yes, some go as much as possible that the lady should not have to make Havdalah. The next shita is, and with this shita you gain that, the husband should make Havdalah. Obviously, the husband, if he's fasting, so he's not going to drink the kais. His wife or a child will drink the kais. But the husband makes Havdalah. As is before in Shevet HaLevi. And there's yet a third shita. The third shita is that a lady that needs to eat can eat without Havdalah. Why? And this is mavur in a few of the poskim. Archas Rabbeinu brings B'Shem the Stipler. In Bircha Shamayim from the Kasha V'Rov, my good friend Rabbi Avram Greenblatt gives me the Svarim, and he says this as well also, that the reason why they can eat without Havdalah, even though you can eat before Havdalah, is because it's a svek sveika if they're mechuyev b'Havdalah. B'chlal, if ladies are mechuyev b'Havdalah, is a shaila in Hilchas Shabbos. Siman Reish Tzadik Vav at the end of the siman, it's a shaila. And even if they're mechuyev in Havdalah, a regular matzah Shabbos, there's another shaila which we spoke about in the previous year. Is there b'chlal a chiyuv Havdalah this matzah Shabbos? The Ramban says that no. Refer back to that shir to understand it, but he says that there's no chiyuv Havdalah, so it's a svek sveika. First of all, are the ladies b'chlal mechuyev in Havdalah? V'afilim tim tzoloimer that the mechuyev b'Havdalah. Maybe this matzah Shabbos nobody's mechuyev b'Havdalah, so svek sveika they could eat without Havdalah. Three shitas. Either they should make Havdalah themselves, their husband should make Havdalah, or they could eat without Havdalah. This third shita that they could eat without Havdalah, however, the poskim say that they should still make sure Matzoi TISHA B'Av to hear Havdalah from their husband. Why? Even though we just said that it's a svek sveika, and a svek sveika really svek sveika if there's a chiyuv. But the truth in the matter is that the second suffix, the suffix if these b'chlal a chiyuv on TISHA B'Av Havdalah, even though it's a Ramban that says that there's no chiyuv, l'maisa it's not brought lahalacha. There's a siman in Shulchan Aruch, a full siman, Taf Kuf Nun Vav. It's 3 lines, the whole siman. The siman is Matzoi TISHA B'Av that falls out on a Sunday. Now it's relevant even when it falls out on a Shabbos. This year it falls out on a Sunday, which is extremely uncommon. The next time TISHA B'Av is going to fall out on a Sunday, it's not going to fall out, it's going to be a Yom Tif. Is it 20 years? But Al Kapanim, the Siman in Shulchan Aruch just says clearly that there's a Chiyuv Havdalah. So even though it's a Svek Sveika, we use this Svek Sveika that a lady can eat without Havdalah, but she should still make sure to hear Havdalah Matzoi TISHA B'Av. So what did we speak so far? A person that needs to eat on TISHA B'Av should make sure to make Havdalah. A shaila if he makes Havdalah right away or he makes it before he eats. For ladies, we said there are 3 shitas. She makes it herself. Her husband will make for her. Or she eats without Havdalah. What's about a child? A child that's going to eat on TISHA B'Av. A child that eats on TISHA B'Av. Does he need Havdalah? The Maril Diskint says that yeah. The Shevet HaLevi quotes this Maril Diskint and he says he should make Havdalah metam chinuch. If he's a cotton that's a bar chinuch and we need to be machanechim that matzah Shabbos is Havdalah and you don't eat before Havdalah, he should make Havdalah. Now even though you're going to tell me that it's not so applicable, this chinuch of Havdalah matzah TISHA B'Av, because when he's a gadol, he's not going to make Havdalah matzah Shabbos on TISHA B'Av because he's not going to eat. However, it's still applicable chinuch that you should know that every matzah Shabbos, before you eat, you have to make Havdalah. Similarly, this chinuch. However, Lamaisa, in a later tshuva, the Shevet HaLevi says that even though the Maril Diskin says that a cotton should make Havdalah, it's not Lamaisa. And that's Pashtus, the minig oilam, Pashtus, that a cotton doesn't make Havdalah. So a person making Havdalah, you make before you eat. Ladies is a shaila, a cotton does not make Havdalah. Lastly, when you're going to make Havdalah, what are you making Havdalah on? Be'etzem, when you make Havdalah, There's a preference to make Havdalah on wine. But Lamais over here, it's on Tisha B'Av. On Tisha B'Av. Even Erev Tisha B'Av, not this year, but a regular Erev Tisha B'Av, not to drink wine by the Sudam Afsekes is not just a minig, it's DINEI Dahashas. DINEI Dahashas, not to drink wine by Sudam Afsekes. This year, by Shalosh Shudas, Kesuda Shleimi B'Shaita, but you're not supposed to drink wine by the Sudam Afsekes. I say for sure on Tisha B'Av, for sure you shouldn't drink wine. And the Poskim say, if somebody is going to make Havdalah on Tisha B'Av, he needs to eat if he's going to make Havdalah. Shevet HaLevi, others say to use Chamar Medina. To use Chamar Medina, coffee, beer. In Orchas Rabbeinu, they bring in the name of the Chazon Ish to make it on grape juice. Now, even though our minig is also to not drink grape juice in the 9 days, but the whole minig comes off the DINEI Dahashas of not drinking wine. Really, the DINEI Dahashas is only wine that was kosher al gava mizbeach. Separate discussion. Why not to drink wine? Because we don't have the nisach al gava mizbeach. One of the reasons B'al Kapanim is wine. Grape juice is not kosher al gava mizbeach. So, if somebody's making Havdalah on Tisha B'Av, either Chamar Medina or grape juice, if a person does not have not Chamar Medina and not grape juice, of course he should make Havdalah on wine. How can you drink wine on Tisha B'Av? If, let's say, the person who's making the Havdalah is going to drink it, if there's no tinuk, the teretz is, of course, taka, if there is a tinuk, it's better when you make Havdalah to give the wine, if you're going to make a wine, to give it to a tinuk. But if these, Minchas Yitzchak spells that out. But if there is no tinuk to give it to, the chayil himself is making the Havdalah, and he only has wine, you make Havdalah on wine, and you drink the wine. How do you drink wine on Tisha B'Av? The teretz is, because it's l'dvar mitzvah. Avada, as we know, just like in the 9 days, l'dvar mitzvah, of course you could drink wine. So maybe it's l'dvar mitzvah, you could drink wine. We should be zoicha that we're speaking about the halachas of Havdalah in general, and now in this year the halacha has been negayed that somebody who can fast. We should be zoicha that Tisha B'Av, as said, is going to become a Yom Tiv. And like I mentioned in the previous year, that the Satmar Rebbe's his first father-in-law before the war, Tisha B'Av in the afternoon, the Satmar Rebbe remembers, he said, how he was under a tree humming the nusach of Kiddush of Yom Tiv. As Tisha B'Av is going to be a Yom Tiv, it should be Zoicha with the Binyan Beis HaMikdash, Hashlishi B'mheir B'yameinu. Have a wonderful Shabbos.